The story of the Tower of Babel has captivated humanity for millennia. Generations of scholars, theologians, and archaeologists have debated its meaning and possible location. But today, my dear truth seekers, we will delve into an interpretation that challenges everything we thought we knew about this enigmatic biblical tale. Let's start with what the traditional narrative tells us. In the book of Genesis, chapter 11, we learn of a united humanity, sharing a single language and a common culture. This humanity decides to build a city and a tower that reaches the sky, a monument to their own greatness. God, seeing this as an act of hubris, confuses their languages, scattering them across the earth and halting the construction. For centuries, this story has been interpreted as a lesson about human pride and its consequences. But what if there is more to this tale than we have been told? To understand the true nature of the Tower of Babel, we must first examine the historical and cultural context of ancient Mesopotamia. This region, known as the cradle of civilization, was home to some of the most advanced societies of antiquity. The Sumerians, Akkadians, and Babylonians possessed remarkably advanced knowledge in mathematics, astronomy, and architecture. Ziggurats, step structures that rose towards the sky, were common in this region. These structures were believed to serve as connection points between the earthly and the divine worlds. But what if their purpose was even more extraordinary? Ancient Sumerian texts speak of the me, objects or concepts that contained all the knowledge and technology necessary for civilization. Some scholars suggest that these me could be a reference to advanced technology, perhaps even of extraterrestrial origin. Now, consider the phrase, "a tower that reaches the sky." In the context of the time, sky did not only refer to the physical firmament but also to the realm of the gods, to other dimensions of existence. What if the Tower of Babel was not merely a physical structure but an attempt to create a bridge between dimensions? The idea of interdimensional portals is not as far-fetched as it might seem at first glance. Modern quantum physics recognizes the theoretical possibility of multiple universes and parallel dimensions. The concept of wormholes, theoretical tunnels, that could connect distant points in space-time is the subject of serious scientific research. But how could an ancient civilization possess such knowledge? Here is where things become truly fascinating. Cultures around the world have myths and legends about divine beings who descended from the heavens to share knowledge with humanity. From the Sumerian Anunnaki to the Vimanas of Hindu mythology, we find references to advanced technology and interdimensional travel. The Book of Enoch, an apocryphal Jewish text, speaks of fallen angels who shared forbidden knowledge with humanity. Among this knowledge are mentioned celestial secrets and the ability to manipulate elements. Could this be a veiled reference to the technology necessary to create an interdimensional portal? Now, consider the confusion of languages that God imposed as punishment. In the traditional interpretation, this is seen as a literal diversification of languages. But what if it were a metaphor for something deeper? In the context of an interdimensional portal, the confusion of languages could represent a breakdown in communication between dimensions, a collapse of the quantum field that allowed interdimensional connection. This interpretation sheds new light on why the construction of the tower was seen as such a great threat that it required divine intervention. It was not simply an act of human pride, but an attempt by humanity to access realms and powers beyond their understanding and control. As we progress in our exploration, we will examine archaeological and textual evidence that supports this astonishing hypothesis. We will analyze the possible technologies that might have been involved in the construction of an interdimensional portal and how this relates to other mysteries of antiquity. Prepare yourselves, my dear truth seekers, for a journey that will challenge the limits of your imagination and understanding of reality. The Tower of Babel, far from being a simple moral tale, could be the key to unraveling the deepest secrets of our past and our place in the cosmos. In our next segment, we will dive into the concrete evidence supporting this revolutionary theory. Keep your minds open, because what you are about to discover could forever change your perception of ancient history and humanity's potential. My dear truth seekers, we have reached the moment to reveal the evidence supporting our astounding theory about the Tower of Babel as an interdimensional portal. Prepare for a journey through ancient texts, archaeological discoveries, and surprising connections that will challenge everything you thought you knew. Let's begin with the ancient texts. The biblical account of the Tower of Babel, though familiar, contains intriguing clues upon closer examination. In Genesis 1:14, it is said that the builders wanted to make a name for themselves, lest they be scattered over the face of the whole earth. This phrase has intrigued scholars for centuries. Why did they fear being scattered? What knowledge did they possess that made them fear such dispersion? Now, consider the Book of Enoch, an apocryphal text that offers fascinating details about celestial knowledge transmitted to humanity. In Enoch 8:13, it mentions angels teaching humans about enchantments and root cutting, the resolution of enchantments, and the knowledge of clouds. These terms could be interpreted as references to the manipulation of energies and quantum fields, necessary to open an interdimensional portal. But let's not stop there. Sumerian texts, predecessors of the biblical narrative, offer even more intriguing clues. The Epic of Gilgamesh mentions a plant granting immortality, kept in the realm of the gods. Could this be a veiled reference to the ability to transcend the limitations of space-time through an interdimensional portal? Let's move on to archaeological evidence. In 1999, NASA's Earth observation satellite, Terra, captured a surprising image in southern Iraq. The image showed a perfectly circular structure approximately 3 miles in diameter. Scientists were perplexed by its origin and purpose. Some have suggested it could be the remnants of the legendary Tower of Babel. The fascinating aspect of this structure is its perfect circular shape. In modern physics, theoretical wormholes, potential bridges between dimensions, are often represented as toroidal or circular structures. Could this ancient structure be the remnants of an attempt to create an interdimensional portal? But there's more. In various archaeological sites in Mesopotamia, artifacts have been found that challenge our understanding of ancient technology. One of the most intriguing is the so-called Baghdad battery, an artifact that some researchers believe could have been capable of generating electricity. Why would ancient civilizations need electricity? Could it be related to the energy required to open an interdimensional portal? Now let's connect these points with knowledge from other ancient cultures. In India, Vedic texts speak of vimanas, flying machines capable of interstellar travel. These texts detail the principles of propulsion and navigation of these crafts, including concepts that surprisingly resemble our modern understanding of antimatter and gravitational fields. In South America, Incan legends speak of the Puerta de Hayu Marca, or Gate of the Gods, a structure carved in solid rock said to allow shamans to travel to other worlds. Interestingly, this gate resembles in design modern particle accelerators, which physicists theorize could potentially create mini black holes or open dimensional portals. Returning to Mesopotamia, the concept of the gates of Anu in Sumerian mythology is particularly intriguing. These gates supposedly allowed gods to travel between heaven and earth. Could these gates be a reference to interdimensional portals? Now, consider the technology that might have been necessary to build such a portal. Ancient texts often speak of stones from the sky or divine metals. Today, we know that certain exotic materials, such as superconductors or graphene, have unique quantum properties that could, theoretically, be used to manipulate space-time. The idea that ancient civilizations might have possessed such knowledge may seem far-fetched, but consider this: many of the technological prophecies of 20th century science fiction have come true? Is it so far-fetched to think that ancient knowledge, possibly transmitted by advanced beings, could have preceded our current scientific understanding? Now let's examine the confusion of languages from this new perspective. In the field of quantum physics, quantum decoherence is a phenomenon where a quantum system loses its quantum properties when interacting with its environment. Could the confusion of tongues be a metaphor for the decoherence of a quantum field that kept the interdimensional portal open? This interpretation sheds new light on why the construction of the tower was seen as such a great threat that it required divine intervention. It was not merely an act of human pride, but an attempt by humanity to access realms and powers beyond their understanding and control. Let us also consider the implications of this theory for our understanding of ancient history and human evolution. If our ancestors had access to such advanced knowledge and technologies, how does this affect our narrative of human progress? Could it explain the seemingly inexplicable leaps in technological and cultural development throughout history? Moreover, this theory could provide an explanation for many other mysteries of antiquity: the pyramids of Egypt and Central America, the Nazca lines, the monoliths of Stonehenge. These architectural wonders could be seen in a new light if we consider the possibility of advanced technology and interdimensional knowledge in antiquity. But perhaps the deepest implication of this theory is what it suggests about our place in the cosmos. If our ancestors were indeed close to opening a portal to other dimensions, what does this say about our potential as a species? Are we destined to transcend the limitations of space-time and explore realities beyond our current understanding? My dear truth seekers, what we have explored today is just the tip of the iceberg. As we continue our journey, we will discover more connections, more evidence supporting this astonishing theory. The Tower of Babel, far from being a mere moral tale, could be the key to unraveling the deepest secrets of our past and future. In our next segment, we will delve even deeper into the implications of this theory and explore how it could change our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Keep your minds open and your hearts brave, for the journey we have embarked upon is just beginning. My dear truth seekers, we have taken only the first steps in this fascinating journey. The revelation of the Tower of Babel as a possible interdimensional portal is just the beginning. But before we dive deeper into this mystery, we must pause and consider the dizzying implications of what we have discovered so far. Imagine for a moment if our ancestors were truly on the brink of opening a door to other dimensions. What else might we have forgotten? What other secrets lie buried under the dust of millennia, waiting to be rediscovered? History, as we know it, might be just a pale reflection of the truth. Every inexplicable artifact, every persistent legend, every archaeological anomaly could be a piece of a cosmic puzzle that we are just beginning to assemble. But there is more. If divine intervention stopped the construction of the tower, was it really to protect us? Or are there forces in the universe that do not want us to reach our true potential? What secrets lie on the other side of that interdimensional portal? And here is where the mystery deepens even further. Because if the Tower of Babel was an attempt to create an interdimensional portal, was it the only one? Are there other places in our world where the veil between dimensions is thinner? Places where perhaps even today doors to other worlds might be opened? Think of the stories of mysterious places around the world: the Bermuda Triangle, Oregon Vortex, the Zone of Silence in Mexico. Could these be the remnants of ancient portals, points where reality itself bends and distorts? And if so, what implications does this have for our future? In an era where quantum physics is challenging our understanding of reality, are we on the brink of rediscovering what our ancestors already knew? Could our particle accelerators and quantum experiments be opening doors that perhaps should remain closed? These questions take us to the edge of the known, to the very limit of our understanding, and it is there, on that vertiginous precipice between the known and the unknown, where we will find the answers we seek. Prepare yourselves, my dear truth seekers, because in our next segment, we will delve even further into the unknown. We will explore the hidden connections between the Tower of Babel and other ancient mysteries, and we will ask what secrets await us on the other side of the veil. The truth is out there, waiting to be discovered, and together we will venture where few have dared to go before. The mystery deepens, and our journey has only just begun. My dear seekers of truth, we have reached a crucial point in our journey of discovery. Before we delve even deeper into the mysteries that await us, it's time to pause and reflect on the magnitude of what we are unveiling together. You, brave explorers of the unknown, are an integral part of this quest for truth. Your curiosity, your thirst for knowledge, your willingness to question the established are the fuel that drives our mission to reveal the hidden secrets of history. Right at this moment, I invite you to become an active part of our community of researchers. Because every inquisitive mind, every unique perspective, every bold question brings us one step closer to the truth. Do you have your own theories about the Tower of Babel? Have you experienced unexplained phenomena that could be related to interdimensional portals? Do you know local legends or family traditions that speak of forgotten ancient wisdom? Share your thoughts, your ideas, your experiences. Leave a comment below this video. Start a conversation with other truth seekers, because it is in the exchange of ideas where the most amazing revelations are born. And if you haven't already done so, I invite you to officially join our community. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. Each new video is another piece of the cosmic puzzle we are assembling together. Don't miss a single revelation. Remember, truth is not a destination, it's a journey. And in that journey, each of you is indispensable. Together, we are challenging the limits of the known, questioning the official history, and exploring the deepest mysteries of the universe. In our next segment, we will delve even deeper into the unknown. But before we continue, take a moment to reflect on what we have discovered so far. Share your thoughts, ask questions, because who knows, perhaps the next great revelation will be born from an idea you share. You are about to witness revelations that will challenge everything you think you know about reality. Are you ready to take the next step on this extraordinary journey? The truth awaits us, and together we will discover it. Welcome back, my intrepid seekers of the truth. Having reflected on our initial discoveries, it is time to dive even deeper into the mystery of the Tower of Babel as an interdimensional portal. In this segment, we will explore surprising connections, additional evidence, and the deeper implications of our theory. Let's begin by examining the similarities between the Tower of Babel and other ancient structures around the world. The pyramids, both in Egypt and Mesoamerica, have intrigued researchers for centuries with their mathematical precision and astronomical alignment. But what if their purpose was more than just ceremonial or funerary? The Giza complex in Egypt, for example, is perfectly aligned with the stars of Orion's belt. The ancient Egyptians believed Orion was the gateway to the afterlife. Could this gate be another reference to an interdimensional portal? Interestingly, ancient Egyptian texts speak of the Shetau Neta, or secrets of nature, knowledge supposedly passed down by the gods that allowed manipulation of reality itself. In South America, the ancient city of Tiahuanaco presents anomalies that defy conventional explanation. The Gate of the Sun, a monolithic structure, is adorned with symbols that some researchers interpret as an advanced astronomical calendar. But what if it were something more? Local myths speak of this gate as a portal through which gods traveled between worlds. Now, let's connect these points with our theory about the Tower of Babel. If these ancient structures were attempts to create interdimensional portals, what technology could they have used? This is where modern quantum physics comes into play in a fascinating way. In 2015, CERN physicists announced that they had observed particles behaving consistently with the existence of additional dimensions. This discovery supports string theory, which postulates the existence of up to 11 dimensions in our universe. But how does this relate to ancient technology? Consider the concept of floating stones mentioned in various ancient legends, from Egypt to South America. Acoustic levitation, a technology we use today in advanced laboratories, uses sound waves to suspend objects in the air. Could the ancients have used similar principles to manipulate gravity and, by extension, the very fabric of space-time? Even more intriguing is the concept of monatomics, or white gold powder, mentioned in ancient alchemical texts. Recent research has demonstrated that certain elements, when reduced to a monoatomic state, exhibit superconducting properties and could interact with gravitational fields in unpredictable ways. Could these exotic materials have been the secret behind ancient portal technology? Now let's consider the confusion of languages from a modern scientific perspective. In quantum theory, the principle of superposition suggests that a particle can exist in multiple states simultaneously until it is observed. Could the confusion described in the biblical account be a metaphor for a massive quantum collapse, perhaps caused by a failed attempt to open a stable portal? This interpretation sheds new light on why the construction of the tower was seen as such a significant threat that it required divine intervention. It wasn't merely an act of human pride, but a dangerous experiment that could have destabilized the very fabric of reality. But there's more. Ancient texts from various cultures speak of wars among the gods involving weapons of unimaginable destruction. The Hindu Mahabharata, for example, describes weapons that strikingly resemble modern nuclear weapons. Could these wars have been interdimensional conflicts? And could the Tower of Babel have been an attempt to access this advanced technology? Let us also consider the implications for our understanding of time. If the ancients had access to interdimensional portals, could they have traveled not only through space, but also through time? This might explain the numerous prophecies found in ancient texts that seem to predict future events with astounding accuracy. Now let's turn our attention to the present. In recent years, there has been an increase in reports of UFO sightings and unexplained phenomena. In 2021, the United States government officially acknowledged the existence of unidentified aerial phenomena that defy our current understanding of physics. Could these phenomena be related to interdimensional portals? More intriguing still is the United States government's Stargate project, which investigated psychic phenomena such as remote viewing. Although officially terminated, some researchers suggest that the project succeeded in accessing information beyond the limitations of space-time. Could this be evidence that humans have an innate ability to interact with other dimensions? Consider also recent advances in consciousness research. Theories like physicist Roger Penrose's OR suggest that consciousness arises from quantum processes in the brain. If this is true, could our consciousness be the ultimate interdimensional portal, one that we carry with us at all times? This idea brings us back to ancient texts. Many spiritual traditions speak of altered states of consciousness that allow access to other realms of existence. From Amazonian shamans to Tibetan yogis, we find techniques designed to open the mind to other realities. Could these practices be remnants of ancient knowledge about how to navigate between dimensions? My dear seekers of truth, the implications of this theory are truly astonishing. If the Tower of Babel was indeed an attempt to create an interdimensional portal, then our history, our reality, and even our very nature as human beings could be much more complex and fascinating than we ever imagined. We stand on the brink of a new paradigm, one that could revolutionize our understanding of the universe and our place in it. The Tower of Babel, far from being a mere mythological tale, could be the key to unlocking the deepest secrets of existence. In our next segment, we will explore the philosophical and existential implications of this theory. How does our understanding of reality change if we accept the possibility of multiple dimensions and portals between them? What does this mean for our future as a species? Prepare yourselves, for we are about to venture beyond the limits of the known into a territory where science, spirituality, and the paranormal converge in a new and astonishing vision of reality. My dear seekers of truth, we have reached a crucial point in our journey. The revelations we've explored about the Tower of Babel as a possible interdimensional portal now compel us to broaden our perspective, to look beyond the boundaries of our current understanding, and to consider the deeper and more transcendent implications of this theory. At this moment, we find ourselves on the threshold of a new way of understanding reality itself. The idea that our ancestors might have been close to opening doors to other dimensions not only rewrites our history, but also redefines our place in the cosmos. Let's consider for a moment the philosophical implications of this theory. If multiple dimensions exist, and it is possible to travel between them, what does this mean for fundamental concepts such as time, space, and causality? Quantum physics has already shown us that reality at the subatomic level defies our everyday logic. Could it be that our linear perception of time and space is merely an illusion, an artifact of our limited three-dimensional perspective? This idea leads us to question the very nature of consciousness. If our ancestors could interact with other dimensions, could human consciousness be more than just a product of neural processes? Could we be, as some spiritual traditions suggest, multidimensional beings temporarily experiencing a three-dimensional existence? The philosopher Plato, in his allegory of the cave, described humans as prisoners chained, perceiving only the shadows of reality projected on a wall. Could it be that the Tower of Babel was an attempt to break these chains, to see beyond the shadows into the true multidimensional nature of reality? This perspective also sheds new light on the concept of the divine. Many religious traditions speak of higher beings that exist in realms beyond our perception. If we accept the possibility of multiple dimensions, could we be redefining what we understand as gods or angels? Could these beings simply be entities existing in higher dimensions, with an understanding and capabilities that would seem miraculous to us? Moreover, this theory forces us to reconsider our understanding of free will and destiny. If multiple dimensions exist, could multiple versions of ourselves coexist, each making different decisions in different realities? This concept, known in quantum physics as the many worlds interpretation, suggests that every decision we make creates a branching in reality, generating infinite parallel universes. From this perspective, the confusion of languages described in the Tower of Babel story could be interpreted as a fragmentation of reality itself. Could it be that, in their attempt to access other dimensions, our ancestors inadvertently created or revealed the multifaceted nature of reality? This idea also has profound implications for our understanding of life and death. If our consciousness can exist in multiple dimensions, what does it really mean to die? Could death be simply a transition of our consciousness from one dimension to another? Let us also consider the ethical implications of this theory. If we have the potential to access other dimensions, do we also have the responsibility to do so? Or is there wisdom in the implicit warning in the Tower of Babel story, suggesting that there are knowledges and powers that could be dangerous if mishandled? This perspective also compels us to reconsider our relationship with technology. If our ancestors possessed advanced knowledge that allowed them to manipulate reality itself, are we gradually rediscovering this lost knowledge through our scientific advancements? Could emerging technologies like quantum computing or artificial Intelligence B steps towards recreating the capabilities that once allowed the construction of interdimensional portals. More profoundly, this theory invites us to question the very nature of reality and our relationship with it. If the universe is truly multidimensional, could we be active co-creators of our reality rather than mere passive observers? This idea resonates with concepts in quantum physics such as the observer effect, which suggests that the very act of observation can influence the outcome of experiments at the quantum level. Finally, we must consider the implications of this theory for our future as a species. If we accept the possibility that our ancestors were close to opening portals to other dimensions, what does this mean for our future potential? Are we destined to transcend the limitations of our three-dimensional reality and become truly multidimensional beings? My dear truth seekers, these questions take us to the very edge of the knowable, the limit of our current understanding. But it is at this boundary where the most significant breakthroughs occur, where our consciousness expands, and where the deepest, the Tower of Babel, viewed through this transcendental lens, becomes much more than a mere historical or mythological account. It transforms into a symbol of our collective potential, a reminder of the vast possibilities that lie beyond the limits of our current perception. As we continue our journey of discovery, I urge you to keep your minds open and your hearts brave, for it is only by questioning the seemingly unquestionable, by exploring the seemingly unexplorable, that we can hope to unravel the deepest mysteries of our existence. In our next and final segment, we will explore how we can apply these transcendental ideas to our everyday lives, and how this new understanding of reality could transform our way of seeing the world and our place in it. My dear truth seekers, we have traveled an extraordinary path together, from the ancient stones of the Tower of Babel to the very edges of our understanding of the universe. Now, it's time to bring these transcendental revelations into our everyday world and reflect on how they can transform our lives. First, consider how this new perspective on reality can change the way we approach daily challenges. If we truly live in a multidimensional universe where possibilities are infinite, shouldn't we face every obstacle with the conviction that solutions exist beyond our immediate perception? Imagine for a moment that, like our ancestors who tried to build a bridge between dimensions, each of us has the potential to be a bridge builder in our own life. Every act of creativity, every moment of inspiration, every meaningful connection we establish with others could be seen as a small portal we open to new possibilities. This perspective also invites us to reconsider our relationship with the unknown. Instead of fearing what we don't understand, we could embrace it as an opportunity for expansion. Every inexplicable experience, every deep intuition, every vivid dream could be a window to aspects of reality we do not yet fully comprehend. Reflect on your own lives. Have you ever had experiences that challenged your understanding of reality? Moments of déjà vu, astonishing coincidences, or intuitions that turned out to be true? In light of what we have explored, these moments might be more than mere curiosities. They could be glimpses of the multidimensional nature of our existence. Furthermore, this theory invites us to reconsider our understanding of time and our actions. If every decision we make creates bifurcations, in reality, shouldn't we approach each choice with greater awareness and responsibility? Every act of kindness, every ethical decision, every effort to grow and improve could be creating ripples that extend across multiple dimensions of reality. Let's also consider how this perspective can transform our relationship with others. If we are all multidimensional beings temporarily experiencing a three-dimensional existence, shouldn't we treat each person we encounter with profound respect and curiosity? Every interaction could be an opportunity to learn, to grow, to expand our collective consciousness. On a more personal level, I invite you to reflect on your own Tower of Babel projects. What are the dreams, the aspirations, the projects that seem to defy the limits of what is possible in your lives? In light of what we have explored, perhaps those seemingly impossible dreams are not so unattainable after all. Maybe, like our ancestors, we are destined to reach the seemingly unreachable. Finally, this theory invites us to a profound humility before the mysteries of the universe. It reminds us that, as much as we have advanced in our understanding of the cosmos, there are still vast territories of the unknown to explore. Every scientific discovery, every philosophical insight, every deep spiritual experience could be another step toward understanding our true multidimensional nature. My dear truth seekers, I urge you to carry these reflections with you in your daily life. Observe the world around you with new eyes, aware of the infinite possibilities that may exist beyond our immediate perception. Cultivate an open mind and a brave heart, ready to explore the mysteries that life presents us. And remember, each of you is an explorer in this vast, multidimensional universe. Every thought, every action, every moment of awareness is an opportunity to expand the boundaries of what is possible, to build bridges between the known and the unknown. The true Tower of Babel, my friends, is not a physical structure, but the limitless potential that resides within each of us. Are you ready to start building it? My brave truth seekers, we have reached the end of this extraordinary journey, but in reality, this is only the beginning. The knowledge we have explored together about the Tower of Babel and interdimensional portals is an invitation to a continuous adventure of discovery and expansion of consciousness. Now, I call you to action. Do not let these revelations be merely interesting information that you soon forget. Instead, allow them to be the catalyst for personal and collective transformation. First, I invite you to delve into your own research. Explore ancient texts, study advances in quantum physics, investigate the archaeological mysteries we have mentioned. The more you seek, the more you will find that reality is infinitely more fascinating than you ever imagined. Second, share this knowledge with others. Start conversations, question established narratives, challenge conventional thinking. Remember, every mind that opens to these possibilities is one more step towards a deeper collective understanding of our reality. Third, stay connected with our community of truth seekers. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Activate notifications so you don't miss any new revelations. Share your thoughts, theories, and experiences in the comments. Together, we are building a network of knowledge that transcends the limitations of conventional narrative. Fourth, apply this new understanding in your daily lives. Observe the world around you with new eyes, aware of the infinite possibilities that may exist beyond our immediate perception. Cultivate an open mind and a brave heart, ready to explore the mysteries life presents to us. Finally, I challenge you to be tower builders in your own lives. Pursue your boldest dreams, explore your wildest ideas, question your self-imposed limits, because who knows, perhaps in that process, you will open your own portal to new dimensions of possibility. Remember, the truth is out there, waiting to be discovered, and together, as a community of intrepid explorers of the unknown, we are writing the next chapter in the great story of humanity. Until our next meeting, keep your minds open, your hearts brave, and your eyes fixed on the extraordinary. Because in the vast, multidimensional universe we are just beginning to comprehend, the impossible is just the beginning.